and good morning, good afternoon, depending where you are. I just wanted to take you through the program, or if you want, two versions of the program, what it entails, and a little bit of what you will be studying, and how it is taught and how it is delivered. And of course, please remember always that you can always either ask a question in the chat today, or you can of course email later on, depending on your availability or what suits. Okay, so the MSc in International Business Management, along with the second 2-year version, the MSc in International Business Management plus Professional Placement, is a flagship master's program. So essentially, as you can see, it is quite recognizable. But in terms of its name, it is a program that is very popular, this one here, and in the industry generally. But the one that we offer is popular with certain extra elements that make it more both competitive, but also in line with current needs and current trends of industry and academia. So I'll take you through some slides to show you both what the program is actually about, how it is broken down, and at the same time, why exactly it is broken down in these sets of modules. So my name is Dr. Vasilios, and I'm the program leader for both of these pathways and versions of the program. So do send an email after this if you really need, or you feel free to ask a question as we move forward. Right, so the university is placed in Glasgow, as you'll probably have seen if you saw any other webinars for other programs. The interesting point of that is that on an international program such as this one, the position of the university allows you to interact with several cities that contain both opportunities for industry, but also a large amount of opportunities for interacting with academics and other universities. Those being Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Stirling, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe Dundee as well, all within a certain proximity, which is very important for both for the modules, but also for the next steps for what the program offers. And finally, for the placement element, if you wish to do the 2-year placement program, where you can continue after the 1-year master's and take 3 or 4 months in a company, in a work placement. So what is this master's actually about? The MSc in International Business Management aims to equip students with the leadership and interpersonal skills required for a successful career in international business management. So it is a general international business master's for students exiting from or completing undergraduate studies who wish to work and enter the business world or the international business world, meaning in the global context and in most countries, so not only locally, but at the same time would like to see a mix of modules and mix of different syllabus so that they can understand where they would like to continue and focus later on. So central to the program is personal and professional development of students. Whether you take the placement option or not, the professional development anyway comes from the variety of modules and the different types of assessment inside it. The emphasis on managing yourself, including your time, your responsiveness, and many other elements that you will find in industry as well, and also managing others through group work, for example, and through exercises in class. Responsible leadership and cross-cultural awareness and global citizenship are all very important elements in this master's. Now, the cross-cultural awareness and the global citizenship elements mean that every single module is full with examples and cases from international contexts and varied countries. So regardless of what is your focus, either to shift into and work after the program, you will see varied examples and varied ideas from global enterprises. including members of staff and lecturers who all come from varied both backgrounds, but also from varied contexts. Now, some special characteristics that distinguish this masters from, let's say, general brands of the IBM masters tend to be the common good principles and also learning and teaching characteristics. In this specific MSc IBM, you will find a lot of study, a lot of work on ethical business practices, a lot of work on the entrepreneurial mindset, from starting your own company to accelerating it, to continuing and managing a global enterprise through international strategy and through other means of understanding what is happening around us in the business world, to responsible leadership and global citizenship and sustainability. All of these elements are embedded in the modules and provide a more current and more up-to-date touch to the type of modules taught, taking into account global interest in what we call the triple bottom line. So a global interest in how to both run companies or work for companies, and at the same time, a clear understanding of these common good elements. On the other hand, learning and teaching characteristics are all up to date, both based on the fact that the staff are all members of the Higher Education Academy, which means that are all aware of recent and current trends in teaching, and that is why also the assessments are varied and all provide the students with an ability and with an understanding of critical analysis, theory, research, but also practical techniques that also feed back from the placement that some students may do in industry. There will be guest speakers and case studies, international case studies, problem-solving debates, experiential and active learning, and of course, role-playing and learning. So as much as the learning outcomes may be specific, the type of teaching characteristics are quite varied to make sure that you cover and enhance the majority of the skills possible from the program. So the MSc, and these are trimestry modules from September as an example, the MSc is made out of these 9 modules. Starting off with global strategy and sustainability, you will learn about entering international markets, options, opportunities, and how to assess what are the best options for our company, okay, small or large. We move on to fundamentals of risk management, where the elements of risk and more financial elements will be presented. The mix is quite varied, adding on to it international operations management with an element of supply chain, ethics and sustainability of governance, an element of responsible leadership, and of course, an understanding of philosophy behind business, international approaches to managing people, an element of HR within the business program, financial management for global decision makers, another module based this time on finance rather than risk, international marketing management, of course, a module based on marketing, and finally developing leadership or responsible leadership, if you prefer, for the common good. The final module that you will move on to, having completed the initial ones, is the dissertation or master's research project, for which you then also undertake research method seminars to understand how to conduct research and what is rigorous and quality research to be able to also complete a successful dissertation or research project. So as you see, the modules are varied from risk to finance to HR to global strategy to operations management to marketing and of course to responsible leadership. It is a varied set of modules, which at the same time allows for a complete understanding of what is required and what actually happens in the industry. Now, the assessments, to give you an example, are also quite varied. As you can see in most of these modules, they range from reports to essays, essays being more theoretical, reports being more practical, to presentations and proposals, to yet again group work, and finally to also PowerPoint presentations and a dissertation. You can also see that the assessments and per module are not all the same. Some carry a weighting on half and half, others carry a weighting of 100% to be able to distribute the type of assessments and the type of time for the student a bit further out rather than adding it all at the same time with the same kind of module, the same kind of assessment. Now, another element that is interesting in our program, although it is the support. You'll be very well supported in this actual learning development center, and along with all other personal tutors and tutors in the program, to make sure that the activities in the program can be completed and that you are fully supported into how to complete them. The Learning Development Center also has activities which are such as drop-ins and advisory, and allows you to enhance essay writing, report writing, group work, note-taking, and how to create presentations and so on. Although there are no exams, that is to be noted, in this program, the majority, all the assessments are either essays, reports, or presentations. We're also supported by a very well-stocked library where you'll be able to find all the resources that you need for this particular program. And every single resource that is suggested in this program is available in the university library. So there is no reason to worry for missing out on any particular resource. As far as the placement is concerned, and of course, your whole mode program, the program is also supported and linked with the Career Center. So whether you are looking to do your year 2 placement part, or whether you're looking to just have a look at what is happening in the job market, the program, and through its placement center, can support very much with advising or with actual tutoring. Now, where do usually the MSc International Business Management graduates tend to be employed, based on our statistics and responses, tend to be employed in a variety of different types of jobs. That is because the variety of the modules reflects in the type of employment our graduates end up getting. So typical destinations, for example, have included business consultancies, and these are all international destinations, sales managers, international traders, financial controllers, international HRM, and business development managers. So as you can see, all of the modules have had an impact, more or less, in the type of jobs that the graduates have continued doing. So generally, the graduates from the program, although it is general overall, end up, through their experience, to be able to provide important analytical and organizational skills that can help companies identify opportunities, solve problems, provide advice, and recommendations, and help support activities. Now, it is also to be noted, for anyone who is also interested, is that graduates have also been in demand in the third sector, in NGOs, in the public sector, and in social enterprises, operating in a modern, culturally diverse and dynamic environment. Especially to be noted that the third sector, the Scottish third sector, is also very large and very, very much thriving. So it is just a matter of thinking, where do you see your future career based on all the elements that have been discussed in the previous slides. As you saw, the program is quite varied, and to be honest, I am happy to discuss much further and to have a chat with anyone that has any more questions than the ones that I had to explain. Regardless, I hope this was useful, and please do reach out if you want any more details on any one of the modules or on any of the types of assessment and how they are delivered. So thank you very much, and I'll open to any questions. Thanks.